Could America's latest nuclear upgrade, the B61-13, be the most chilling weapon in its arsenal? A precision-guided gravity bomb, powerful enough to shatter hardened bunkers, yet stealthy enough to slip into enemy territory without warning. Since the dawn of the nuclear age, these weapons have been about scale, spectacle, and raw destruction. But the B61-13 changes the rules. This isn't about bigger explosions. This is about targeted devastation, the kind of strike that can collapse underground command centers, silence enemy leadership, and cripple entire nations before they even know what hit them. Picture this. You're an enemy commander sitting deep inside a fortified bunker, surrounded by concrete and steel, convinced nothing can touch you. Then, in the blink of an eye, the ground shakes, the walls tremble, and suddenly, your sanctuary is gone. That's the nightmare the B61-13 delivers. And here's the chilling part. You may never see it coming. If you're fascinated by cutting-edge military tech that reshapes global power, hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and join our tactical jet community where we uncover secrets others miss. Because today, we're peeling back the curtain on America's most devastating new nuclear option and what it means for the future of warfare. Myths versus reality, the precision giant. So what's fact and what's hype when it comes to the B61-13? Some claim it's just a minor upgrade of the older B61 family, a bomb first designed during the Cold War. Others insist it's a completely new beast, engineered with modern guidance systems, tailored yields, and bunker-busting capabilities that rival anything in history. Here's the truth. The B61-13 isn't a brand new weapon pulled out of thin air. It's a calculated evolution. It takes the precision guidance of the B61-12, the bomb currently being deployed across NATO bases, and pairs it with the higher yield punch of the retired B-83, America's last true city buster. In other words, think of it as the heavyweight version of the B61-12, designed for missions where raw power still matters. And it matters a lot. With yields estimated in the hundreds of kilotons, the B61-13 can crack targets that lighter nuclear weapons can't. Imagine trying to break into a safe. You can do it with finesse and patience, or you can bring in a sledgehammer. The B61-13 is the sledgehammer. But here's where things get unnerving. This isn't just about power. It's about precision. The bomb's guidance tail kit allows it to hit within meters of its target. That means America no longer needs massive warheads to ensure destruction. It can strike surgically, with devastating results. Strategic impact. Deterrence redefined. Now, here's where the stakes climb. For decades, America's nuclear strategy has relied on a mix of weapons: long-range missiles, submarine-launched warheads, and gravity bombs. But as rivals like Russia and China invest in deep underground bunkers and hardened silos, smaller nukes simply don't cut it anymore. The B61-13 fills that gap. It tells adversaries, you can hide underground, but you can't hide forever. This isn't about blasting cities into ash. It's about denying your enemies the comfort of sanctuary. Whether it's a military command post buried under a mountain, a hardened missile silo, or an underground storage site, the B61-13 is designed to crack it open. And that message is powerful. Nuclear deterrence isn't just about having weapons. It's about making your opponents believe their defenses are worthless. The B61-13 forces rival generals to ask, are we really safe in here? That creeping doubt may be America's greatest weapon of all. Performance and design, built for the hard targets. So, what makes the B61-13 different on a technical level? First, its flexibility. Like its predecessor, the B61-12, it's designed with dial-a-yield capability. That means operators can adjust the explosive force before launch, ranging from as low as a fraction of a kiloton to several hundred kilotons. Think of it as a volume knob for destruction. With one bomb, the US can choose whether to take out a battlefield target or devastate a deeply buried bunker. But here's the real question. Does this flexibility make nuclear use more likely? Second, precision. Unlike Cold War-era freefall bombs, the B61-13 comes with a modern tail kit assembly, that provides inertial navigation guidance. That means it can hit within a few dozen meters of its intended target. For a nuclear weapon, that's pinpoint accuracy. In the past, accuracy was compensated for by brute force, massive megaton-class warheads. Today, with GPS-assisted guidance, the US can achieve the same or greater effect with a smaller, more precise strike. Third, survivability. Delivered by stealth platforms like the veteran B-2 Spirit and the upcoming B-21 Raider, the B61-13 can penetrate defended airspace without detection. Unlike older nuclear bombers that needed escorts and electronic jamming, these stealth aircraft slip through undetected. By the time enemy radar operators realize something's wrong, the bomb is already falling. Fourth, bunker-busting potential. While not an Earth-penetrating bomb in the traditional sense, the B61-13's higher yield compared to the B61-12 allows it to achieve hard target kill against deeply buried or reinforced sites. That makes it particularly effective against underground command centers or missile silos, targets that adversaries once considered untouchable. Fifth, modernization integration. The B61-13 is part of the broader U.S. nuclear modernization strategy. It's designed to remain deployable for decades, with compatibility for the Air Force's new B-21 stealth bomber and potentially other delivery systems. In other words, it's not a one-off. It's a weapon built to be relevant deep into the 21st century. And here's the detail that changes everything. Unlike hypersonic missiles that announce their presence with blinding speed, a stealth bomber carrying the B61-13 thrives in ambiguity. You don't hear it, you don't see it, you don't even know it's there until the ground opens beneath you. Global chessboard. How rivals respond. Weapons like the B61-13 don't exist in isolation. Every US move forces a countermove. Russia has long boasted about its escalate to de-escalate doctrine, using tactical nuclear weapons early in a conflict to intimidate adversaries. China, meanwhile, has invested billions into deep underground facilities, hiding its nuclear arsenal in what's called the Great Underground Wall. The B61-13 sends both nations a chilling message: your underground isn't safe anymore. In response, Moscow may double down on its hypersonic arsenal, the Kinjal and Avangard systems that boast speeds no current defense can stop. Beijing, on the other hand, may accelerate its nuclear buildup, racing to expand its arsenal beyond the 400-plus warheads it already fields. But here's the twist: speed makes noise, stealth makes silence, and silence is always harder to fight. The fear economy of war. Let's talk about the hidden battlefield: economics. Nuclear modernization isn't cheap. America is pouring billions into updating its arsenal, from ICBMs to stealth bombers. The B61-13 is just one part of that puzzle. But here's the genius: every dollar the US spends forces rivals to spend even more. Think of it like a game of poker. The US keeps raising the stakes, and Russia and China have no choice but to match the bet, or fold. The Soviet Union collapsed under the weight of an arms race it couldn't afford. Could history repeat itself? The B61-13 may not just be a weapon of war, it may be a weapon of finance, designed to bleed adversaries dry. If you're still with me, smash that like button, share this with someone who geeks out on military strategy, and drop your take in the comments, because I want to hear whether you think the B61-13 is a step toward stability or a step toward disaster. Ethical shadows, the human dilemma. For all the strategy talk, there's a moral question looming. The B61-13 doesn't just destroy, it tempts. By offering precision and flexible yields, it may make nuclear use seem more thinkable. Leaders could convince themselves that a limited strike is manageable. But history shows us, once a nuclear weapon is used, escalation is almost inevitable. In that sense, the B61-13 could paradoxically make nuclear war more likely, not less. A weapon designed to deter may instead become a weapon that lowers the threshold for use. Imagine the scenario: a bunker strike in a crisis, justified as a limited action. The other side responds. Suddenly, the unthinkable has begun. The next frontier, war, underground. So where does this lead? And if the ethics are troubling today, the technology of tomorrow may be even more unsettling. Analysts whisper that the B61-13 is just a stopgap, a bridge between today's arsenal and tomorrow's. The next generation could combine stealth delivery with Earth-penetrating warheads, designed not just to collapse bunkers, but to shatter mountains. Pair that with AI-enhanced targeting and drone swarms mapping underground networks, and you get a future battlefield where nowhere is safe, not even the deepest cavern. The B61-13 may be the opening move in a new era. War fought underground, where shadows and silence decide the fate of nations. Conclusion: the bomb that changes everything. Here's the truth that should keep you awake tonight. The B61-13 isn't the biggest nuclear bomb America has ever built. But it may be the most dangerous, because it combines power with precision, devastation with stealth, fear with flexibility. Rumors of higher yields, bunker-busting capability, and stealth delivery point toward a weapon designed not just to destroy cities, but to erase the illusion of safety. But here's the twist. It isn't just about the blast. It's about psychology. The knowledge that no matter how deep you hide, America can reach you. That doubt alone may change how wars are fought, or whether they're fought at all. So what do you think? Is the B61-13 a stabilizing deterrent, or a dangerous temptation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one, and I love debating these cutting-edge questions with you. And if this deep dive into America's most devastating new nuclear bomb grabbed your attention, don't miss what's next. We're breaking down Russia's hypersonic arsenal, China's nuclear buildup, and the classified programs that could redefine the future of warfare. Subscribe now, hit that notification bell, and join us as we uncover the weapons shaping tomorrow's world. Thanks for watching, and remember, in modern warfare, the deadliest weapon isn't always the biggest blast. Sometimes, it's the one that convinces you that nowhere is safe.